I think that we, in the coming weeks and in the next year, we might see some political change in Europe. It all started with Norway, who in the last weeks have had opinion polling showing the Social Democrats and the left-wing party that they were going to get increased support and maybe win. They did so, and the Social Democrats with left-wing parties were able to form a government. On the 26th of September, Germany will have an election, and they might go the same distance. The opinion polling showed that Social Democrats and the left-wing parties will get increased support, and they might also therefore be able to form a government. So in Norway, the last 8 years has shown a right-wing government. In Germany, the same. We have seen Angela Merkel ruling the parliament for a long time. This might have effect on other countries in Europe. The opinion polling might be affected by the wins in Norway and Germany, especially as we see in next year. You will have a parliamentary election in France. In first the president, the re-election of Macron. I'm not sure if he can be re-elected, but a new president will be elected in France in April. In June, the National Assembly will be re-elected, and in Sweden, at the 11th of September, we will have an election. Already in Sweden, we have seen this summer we saw a successful vote of no confidence, where the Social Democrat, the Prime Minister, the party leader of the Social Democrats, had to step down, and a new one will be elected in November. This vote of no confidence was because of public housing. So Sweden has quite a unique public housing system. The center party the center government, including many political parties, wanted to introduce a policy that would abolish the current public housing policy and instead introduce neoliberal market policy that would abolish a policy we have had since the mid 20th century. Therefore, the Left Party introduced vote of no confidence. The Prime Minister had to step down. The left-wing party got several thousand new members, which is welcomed, as Sweden, the citizens, I think 0.7% of the inhabitants or citizens in Sweden are members of a political party. So for politics or democracy in general, this was something good. And so already in Sweden we see that there is a turn to the left. We can see that in the opinion polling they have about the left-wing party has about 11%, which is second highest. I think 12% was the highest point they had in the beginning of 2000s, possibly. So Sweden might take a left turn, and it might also be impacted if Germany take a left turn. And Norway, we already know, has done it. France might do it, and this means that many big countries in Europe will be take a left turn. If this happens, I don't know. Nobody knows. But if there is a line of effects following many events, it might take place. So this is interesting. I will be following the opinion polling and the elections. So let's see what happens. So please follow along if you like politics, and if you like this introduction of a possible outcome. Okay, thank you for listening.